What if the thing you check first thing every morning and last thing every night is quietly reshaping your brain, your mood, your attention span, and your ability to feel genuine happiness? What if you stopped, even for just 30 days? Millions of Americans have done it, some for a week, some for a month, some permanently. And the reports coming back are remarkably consistent. Quitting social media, even temporarily, changes something fundamental about how you experience your life. More focus, more presence, more real joy, less comparison, less anxiety, less of that hollow, slightly depressed feeling that follows a 2-hour scrolling session. Today on Vibe Guide Tales, we're breaking down exactly what happens day by day, biologically and psychologically, when you step away from social media for 30 days. The withdrawal. This is the part nobody talks about. The first 3 days of a social media detox are uncomfortable, sometimes intensely so. You'll reach for your phone automatically, dozens of times per day, and find the app gone. There will be a moment of almost physical restlessness, an urge without an outlet. This is not weakness. This is dopamine withdrawal. Social media platforms are designed by some of the world's most brilliant behavioral engineers to trigger dopamine releases at variable intervals. It's the same mechanism as slot machines. You never know when the reward will come, so you keep pulling the lever. Stopping creates a brief but real withdrawal response. You may also notice increased anxiety in these first 3 days. Without the distraction of endless content, your thoughts, particularly the unprocessed ones, rise to the surface. This is actually healthy, but it's disorienting. The recalibration. By day 4, something begins to shift. The phantom reach for your phone slows down. The anxiety starts to settle, and something unexpected happens. You start noticing things. The specific quality of light in the afternoon, the sound of your neighborhood, how food actually tastes when you're not photographing it, the details of a conversation that you usually miss because half your attention is managing your online presence. This is your attention span beginning to repair itself. The average social media user's focus attention has degraded significantly. Constant context switching and shallow input has trained the brain to expect novelty every few seconds. In the absence of that input, the brain begins to recalibrate to longer, deeper attention cycles. The silence and what's in it. Week 2 is when things get psychologically interesting. In the quiet that social media used to fill, you start encountering yourself. Your actual thoughts, not thoughts about what to post or how others are reacting. Your actual feelings, not feelings filtered through comparison to curated highlight reels. Many people report a bittersweet experience in week 2. On one hand, they feel freer. On the other hand, they have to face questions they've been avoiding. Am I happy with my life? Are my relationships real? Do I actually know who I am without an audience? This is not a reason to go back to scrolling. It's the entire point of the exercise. These questions are where growth lives. The emergence. By week 3, most people report a surge of creative energy and motivation they hadn't felt in years. When you're not comparing your life to everyone else's, when you're not measuring your progress against curated highlight reels of people's best moments, you stop performing and start living. You find yourself wanting to create rather than consume, to make plans rather than scroll through others' vacations, to build things, learn things, do things, not for the content, but for the experience. Sleep quality also dramatically improves in week 3. The blue light reduction helps, but more significantly, the anxiety and social comparison that social media induces keeps many people in a state of low-grade activation that makes deep sleep elusive. Without that activation, the body returns to its natural sleep rhythms. The integration. Week 4 is about consolidation. The changes become your new normal. And as people approach day 30, they face a question they weren't expecting to face. Do I actually want to go back? Many don't. Or they return on radically different terms. Time limits, curated feeds, no first thing in the morning checks. The relationship with social media, once unrestricted, becomes something they manage rather than something that manages them. The research on this is consistent. Studies show that even after just 4 weeks away from major social platforms, users report significantly lower depression scores, lower loneliness scores, Yes, lower, not higher, and significantly higher measures of life satisfaction. Here's what scientists document physically after 30 days of reduced social media use. Cortisol levels decrease. This reduces chronic stress, inflammation, and the associated risks to cardiovascular and immune health. Dopamine baseline sensitivity increases. You start finding genuine pleasure in simpler things again, a walk, a meal, a good conversation, because your reward system is no longer numbed by constant low-grade dopamine hits. Prefrontal cortex function improves. Decision-making, creativity, and executive function all measurably improve when the brain is not continuously context switching. REM sleep increases. The deep, restorative sleep stage that consolidates memory and emotional processing. You don't have to quit forever, but 30 days will change your relationship with these apps permanently. You'll see them for what they are, tools with real costs, not free entertainment. Try it, even a week, even one day. Notice what rises in the silence. Comment below. Have you ever done a digital detox? What happened? I read every single comment. Like and subscribe to Vibe Guide Tales. New content every week. See you in the next one.